Oh, wait, it seems like one... Oh, okay. One's on a bit of a delay. Doesn't matter that they're not started exact the same time, but it matters about the finishing time that you have, basically. So you might be wondering if this what this game wasn't it on Wii U? Yes, it was, and on the Switch they added Funky Kong. And what Funky Kong can do, what Donkey Kong can't do, is he can double jump. He has a hover. He can breathe underwater infinitely, all the time. And I'm trying to think about any other things if he has, and I can't think of it. So it's sort of a mix of a little bit of each Donkey Kong's pals that you could be, but not all their full ability. Sprite is ahead about 5 to 4 seconds, I think. So you might think Funky Kong is sort of an easy mode for most people. You could say that, but it's more it's not really easy mode. It's more sort of how you can use Funky Kong's abilities and one-up them. So basically saying how could you do more faster tricks, so it is a bit more difficult to do them. So they both successfully jumped on top of that enemy and got themselves a boost up to hit the barrel. If they missed it, then they lost a bunch of time. That's hard to get back. So this next world, in the Wii U version, this is where Cranky Kong gets introduced. And it shows a load of vertical jumps and sort of the speed that you get from it. And also you can see some, it's not some, but sort of a lot of spikes. And this is where Cranky Kong is good, because he could just bounce right off them. And I forgot to say, Funky Kong can stand on spikes, but he can't move, so you have to, so it's really good to avoid them at any cost, because you slow down completely and you have to slowly jump your way out of them. Sorry about that. So, I'm actually sorry about that because I forgot to turn it on. That is my fault. So, 1-4, it's 1 out of 5 auto-scroll levels, but 1 out of 2 minecart levels. And you're wondering why they're just jumping around. It's not because they could just to be cool or to have any swag. Is gives you a sort of a little boost and saves you a couple of frames. But you have to time it quite well because if you die in the auto-scroller and if you went far ahead or near a checkpoint, you lose a bunch of time, sort of. And it could cost you up to a minute. Here you see that's something that's not really common. What I think during this game is you see a cutscene during a level, but bosses don't count for that. So the races are pretty close behind each other, and you see right collecting all the Kong letters because you could do it. It won't waste time, it's on the path, so it's just timing your jumps as well. So he is a collector. So, this is the first boss, Poppy. I hope they say it this right, I keep saying it wrong. So, here is a trick that you can do, and is jumping off these fish, and you can try to get some maximum height, but we see... Oh, right. Didn't do it. And Magnus not doing. So what we could have done is jump on top of these enemies and get as much height as possible, and then hitting... Oh. Okay, he was trying to do something. So, trying to get as much height, and then when Poppy comes back, you let go at a certain time to hit Poppy when he gets back immediately, so you don't have to spend the time waiting until he can move. And Magnus barely just about got hit and not enough height. And you don't have to hit all the penguins there. Not as Magnus is showing there. Because your aim is to, well, kill Poppy. And here also, where on right screen you see him hitting all the penguins, but you don't have to do that. You can say it just gives you an extra, and you timed it not well, but right there. I don't know what these players are doing, starting from far away and then jumping all the way there at the back. So here, 2-1, and where this is World 2, and this is where really World 1 was sort of a tutorial to players to teach them how to play the game. This is now kicking up a notch to push the challenge. So here is a... Wait, will you make it without hover? Yes. So that's a elevator skip, so you don't have to wait through the whole elevator to get down. You could just jump off and just do a leap of faith to see if you can make it. Will Magnus do it without hover, or... Oh, he hovered a little bit, but he made it. Alright, Mount Mania, World 2-2. Or what some people might say, Reset Mania. Because here is the first level with Rambi in it, the Rhino. Rambi is useful for some bits, but for his speed, you have to sort of charge. It sort of charges up and then it gives it a go. Not like Funky Kong, you could just roll and you have top speed. Here it takes a bit of time, but not that much. Here we can see both runners went immediately for Rambi at the beginning, and this you could wait for Rambi until the second or third Rambi box, but it seems like they both went for Rambi. Yeah, you could jump from that box, that Rambi box, up to the sort of next level of that, but right barely misses that. So, 2-3, Horn Top Hop is one out of a few... I forgot the name of it, but sort of like world timed levels. I can't remember the name, sorry. But what I'm trying to say is the world, when you start a game and when finish loading the beginning cutscene, or just skip through that, everything moves at normal, but then if you die or slow down, well no, if you die, it doesn't reset itself, it just keeps going. So if you do die, you can't go with a path that you remembered. So it's different every time. Oh, Riekelt and Magnus both died. So now the path will be different. Because it tried to fit So the music tries to fit in with everything that's happening in front. It does work at the beginning. Oh, that was close. So try to fit with the beginning, but if you die, then it's not really in sync anymore. You might hear me occasionally sing along with music. It's just too good. Alright. So, 2-4, Sawmill Frill. It's another auto-scroll. So, but this one has something unique to it. You can ride a piece of wood. How interesting that... Alright. So yeah, this is another minecart auto-scroll level. But I think this is the last one out of all the old scrolls. I have a really hard time now remembering all of these levels. We're gonna see Roy collecting all the Kong letters. Okay, he will collect all the letters. And that one puzzle, please. Oh no, we got 2. Like I said, it doesn't waste any time. It's just an extra challenge if you want to have a bit of challenge to it. But most people would not do that because you get a chance of losing a minecart or take too much damage. There we see Magnus not jumping over the wood, but just driving or going straight through them. What a hero. Be a man. So Riekelt has successfully collected all the Kong letters and ends with a DK barrel. So, 2-5. This is also sort of another cranky level, I think. But this one is more timing your jumps and get distance. I've also missed that Magnus side. I have not paid attention to that, I'm sorry. I'm getting distracted by a lot of things. Magnus had to use the hover, but it didn't. But he had to, so he wouldn't die. So yeah, that's good. Hovers are sometimes useful, but not all the time because it slows you down and takes away all your momentum that you had. Alright, 2-6, Wingding. This is mainly auto-scroller and some normal platforming bits. But it's mainly auto-scroll because you're sliding in a rope. And how does Funky Kong does not get burned on his hand? So here we see a climbing, so yeah, the vertical section that you have to just climb up. And yeah, you don't have to probably rush this, but this is speed running. Just go as fast as possible. Because it seems like the floor was breaking there, but no. Well, I don't think so. So, to boss. So this boss, oh no. I hate this because I can't always remember everything. So this boss is not a hard one to say, but you kind of want your timing to be precise. There we see Right doing a good first sort of stage of that. Now we see if we can do the second one. And he has all 3 eggs. And he hits all 3 of them. And there we see Magnus just entering the boss. So you don't really want to mess this part up because in the third stage of this boss, you want to hit him all 3 times in a row. Because if you don't, you have to go all through this again, and it takes around about 50 seconds or 0. Oh no, he's missed one, so he has to wait through 50 seconds, and this is probably a chance of Magnus catching up. But we just have to wait and see. No, he's not waiting for the third egg. Well, you could say it's safer, but but it's not really. It takes much longer, I'd say. But it does hit him there, so he's moving on to the first stage. Oh, Magnus missed. No, sorry. Riekelt missed. But he had another one to spare. Just in case. I'm gonna mix these people up by accident. Even more. So, World 3 sort of a safari theme, and the first world is on a global timer. Hopefully I remember that right and said it right. And what really is moving is the trees, the animal, like the pretend animals there, and snakes at the end. And there we see Magnus doing the first stage quite well, and he's moving on to World 3 as well. So the sort of theme the global timer wants to do is everything moving in the background or foreground mixes in with what's happening with the music. And there we saw it, right, collecting that puzzle piece. So if there's any chance of collecting, you know he'll be collecting that. Poor giraffe. I didn't need to be blown up. But the game made it. Oh, he hovered up there for a bit. I've missed out that Magnus has died again. So, okay. I keep missing out things because I'm just distracted by our... Okay, back to focusing on commentary. So, World 3-2. Not really a long level, but... It's a short level that has a lot of interesting things in it. So Riekelt has missed that bird, but what he could have probably done is a grab jump. And I should have explained it from the beginning because you kind of use it back there since the first level. Grab jump is when you jump and then you grab sort of after that. That kind of gives you an extra boost, and then you double jump. Just do a normal double jump, but in between you do a grab, and that gives you sort of an extra height to it. Oh, right, yep, okay, he's collecting everything there. Why do I have to question it? He will. What, is he gonna collect the... No, he's not gonna collect the ladder. So, Frantic Fields. It's... You're basically in a world where there's one massive tornado and loads of small tornadoes. This is another Rambi level, but it's quite good not to pick up Rambi in the first bit and pick up him later, because that's where bashing through things is good. This level is a pretty good cranky level to pick up a bunch of speed and finishing this level quickly. But it's hard, but not extremely hard. So yeah, you saw Right got hit, and he did just Rambi. Because Rambi, you can do this whole level without Rambi, but in some areas you definitely want to have him. Unless you're Donkey Kong and you have Cranky with you. Free for Scorching Torch. Oh wait, Magnus does not have Rambi with him. Well, that's a bit interesting. So okay, wait. Now back to Scorching Torch. This one, a heck of a load of fire. And here you kind of want to watch your health, because if you take too much damage, oh, that was a bit odd. If you take too much damage, you would die. So you kind of want to watch out about your health, play it safe when you need to, and make sure you find the checkpoints and get them. Barely made that. So it seems like Magnus has not used Rambi really at all there. There also Right got the DK barrel, and that is the only one in this level. But no worries, he's through. Oh. Magnus went to the store and bought banana juice, okay. Probably use them for a later level. Don't know which one yet. Yep, okay. Alright, this next world is a auto-scroller with Rocket. With this one, you can just hold A and you will have enough health to make it through. And oh, Riekelt has missed the letter K! What has he done? But yeah, as he's showing right now, he could just hold A and go through this. He's not collected K and he's given up on the rest. Wait, you kind of have to collect that one heart there if you're taking the damage at 1 damage in the beginning. At least you collected 1 puzzle piece. And this is where you need to go find a secret level. It's quite obvious, it's up there. And there was an example of a grab jump. So, freebie. Bramble Scramble. And this is a heck of a load of spikes. This is a good cranky level because you can just bounce off them. But it's also good for Funky Kong because he can land on them and not take damage. But the annoying thing is, you stop in your tracks immediately. Alright, grab the barrel to get that 1 health. You always need a ton of health in this game. Broadcast died, probably mistimed it or just made a mistake. But this is a sort of easy level to memorize because they all just pop off. But it's sometimes difficult because they pop up and go higher or lower than you think. Alright, so these two races are basically a level apart now. And Magnus has unfortunately died in that area and has to start from the beginning. Alright, the world free boss. I'm bad with names, but I think they're the baboons. I'm sorry. Names are not easy with me. So interesting thing with this boss is all these bosses have their own health, so each monkey or baboon, no, have 3 hearts or 3 damage they could take, hits, and so you kind of want to target one and try to get them out first. Probably have to do right, like saying I'm shouting basketball player's name while throwing a melon at a monkey. And the usual tactic we see here, him hiding in the corner. Amazing. LeBron James. I don't know basketball, okay. I only know memes. So Riekelt is now moving on to World 4, or what's basically called the Water World. And here, some people would switch over to Donkey Kong because here, Diddy Kong has a jetpack, and that's the fastest way to travel around underwater. Through a watermelon, don't know what to say. So yeah, Diddy Kong is the fastest to go underwater, but there's some sections that you need Dixie Kong for to get through some parts where water is pushing you back, and you have to sort of swim through that. And Diddy Kong can't do that, or Cranky Kong. Only Dixie Kong could. But now with the addition of Funky Kong, he could go through that easily. But he's not as fast to go swim underwater. Kobe as well. Here we see also now Magnus bridging to the wall. Will he switch to Donkey Kong or... No, he will stick with Funky Kong as well. That's interesting. We don't... In this tournament we haven't seen many people switch over to Donkey Kong and use that. I think Jock has used that and... I can't remember. Oh, we can see Riek having some issues there. So he did that. Instead of carrying on with the level, he moves back to find the secret world. And it's probably one of the most secret places to hide a secret world level exit. So you have to travel back and then see an opening, and that's where you basically have to go. For A. This is another world that you have to find a secret exit to go to 4B. And here you would have Dixie Kong, so you would switch to Diddy Kong. You would switch to Diddy Kong, and then you would switch back to Dixie Kong, and then at the end you would switch to Cranky Kong because you have to bounce off some spiked enemies to get through. But with Funky Kong, you don't have to worry about any pals. Oh, Magnus just about got that. Runs. Runs. They are basically a world apart right now. Well, might be more or less, but who knows? I would think they're more closer. And right, making progress. And this is any percent, so they just go through any possible route, or the quickest route. Let's see. Here we see Riek entering 4B while Magnus just started 4A. So 4B, you could say a labyrinth, and it kind of is, because you have to look for the colored keys to fit into the colored chest, and each chest has a different key for each door. Actually no, each key has a purpose, and the last key is to open a gate. So red key to find the red chest, then you get a green key to find the green chest. After that you get blue key, and the blue chest is really hidden, and first time playing through would not be as simple to see. We will see pretty soon where the secret of the blue chest is. Alright, the blue key, now we'll see the route that you have to go to find the blue chest. You have to collect all these bananas, and then this little trapdoor will open, and this is where the blue chest would be, or is. You have to go through that, and there it is at the bottom of this entire. There was just a sub, and I think. This is another level that you would go for. Well, this whole world you would go for with Donkey Kong. But you can stick with Donkey Kong as well because it's much more simpler, but not the fastest. Four or 5. It's the only level in this entire 90% category here in World 4 that is not underwater 100%. So you're basically above water this whole level. So it's sort of a break, to say, of water. And this is actually a really cool level because it's really saying keep rolling, keep jumping until this part where you just have to not get blown up by the watermelons. I feel like I should have set this up. But I'm just gonna say modest myself, thank you for subscribing to Speed Gaming. I probably should have said that from the beginning, but I don't know how this works. And yes, Reik went for a skip. Instead of bashing through that, he jumps down and double jumps basically. But he has only one jump for it. And he did it successfully, and I'm quite close. So, the next world 4-6, I lost count, I hope it's 6, is go back to another water level. But this one is, to say, a bit more maneuver based, that you have to, it's not about the speed, but we're speedrunners, so it is about the speed, but also more of the control of how you go around. Oh, Magnus has unfortunately taken a hit and died. So, let's put that a bit. Well, I think. And there, you see, right, going through, taking a hit and then going through the enemies. Or the spike balls. But that's completely fine. And forgot to say there, Magnus did also the skip to jump down and get the barrel successfully. So, the boss world. Damn, I forgot the name. It's gonna be just continuous. But I know the last two bosses' name, at least. This one. So you're dealing with a pufferfish that will expand, but also try to suck you in. This is in the original Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze on Wii U, you would use Cranky Kong. But as you see, Riek, he bounced off the wall instead of the fish. And you would likely bounce off the fish because it pushes you back and the wall pushes you forward towards him. Oh, he might have to retry this. So, okay, he's actually quite close with 2 points. So you want to get hit by the fish to push you back, and then you hit him and you get a heart out of it. Every time. Well, most of the time. Will he be able to make it? Oh, he has 2 hearts. He still can't make it. He can. It'd be unfortunate if he dies. And yeah, seems like he's gonna make it. Yeah, he does. Quite clean. But with a lot of damage. I was on the edge of my seat for that. And here we see Fugu, that's the name. Oh yeah. So okay, now we see Magnus going in against Fugu. Let's see if he can do it quite well. And Riek in world 5-1. Oh wait, yeah, Magnus bought the banana juice. I think it is, and it allows you to take more hits. So that's that's why he got them. You can use it. But it's okay. It's not really hard. It's more easy mode for that now. 5-1. It's now where the levels will step it up a lot. So this is mainly a lot of well-timed platforming. And there, Magnus, it's a bit questionable, but I think he will do it just fine. Oh, Riek had to hover there. And Magnus does Fugu successfully as well. With the banana juice, he had it and with him. So Reich entering 5-2, while Magnus is entering 5-1. This is... They're exactly a level sort of apart. Alright, 5-2. Another auto-scroll level, but this one you kind of have to pay attention more to it, because in the last one you could have just hold A. Now this one, you kind of have to pay attention more to it, because you can't just hold A, because this one's a bit longer, and also you take more damage if you are not careful enough. There is a glitch you can do. Oh, unfortunately died there as well. So there is a glitch you could have done in the Wii U version, but you can't. I don't know how to explain it exactly, so I can't describe it that well. But there's a way you could have sort of skipped this entire first auto scroll a bit and sort of get through the first bit quite quickly. But in the Switch version, they patched it up, and yeah. There, Magnus on one heart, kind of risky. Just gotta be careful. Oh, sad you'll hit. So, yeah, the glitch it's sort of hard to explain to you because I don't really understand that, but it's sort of a way to skip through this entire bit and sort of reach through the first checkpoint, and then you have to die to someone make it go faster. But you can't see what's happening. Well, right double jump or just jump on the edge. Oh, messed up the first time, but he got the second time. Fruity Factory. I'm gonna wait and then explain something about it. So you can see those sort of knives, axes thing, sort of hybrid of that. And the drills. You might think this might be a a global timer. It's not. Everything might look like it, and yeah, it could be. But it's not. Oh, the Super Metroid race, it is on Speed Gaming 2. So you jumped on the wrong channel, my friend. Help the people in chat. Always positive. So there, you can see the barrel you just about missed the barrel. Speedrunners have speculated and tried to see if there's a way you could hit the barrel early so you don't have to go through this section. And as many tries and theories, it's not possible. But a cool thing here, when you hear the sound that the barrel's there, it means you could jump as high as possible and hit the barrel. So you don't have to wait until you see the barrel in frame, but just there. 5-4. It's another level that you have to find the secret wall too. And this one, if you were running on the original Wii U version, you have to have Dixie Kong at the end, because the last bit is where water pushes you away. And it is... if you don't have Dixie Kong, then you have to restart. But luckily with the Switch version, Funky Kong solves your problems. I was lucky to go through those panels without having to stop. Because of one unlucky panel stopping, you could bounce back to your barrel, or even all of your jump. Well, not really jump up, bounce off, and land, and fall off the world. Sort of. Oh no. That was a shame for Riek. Now have to start from all the way back here. Here is, on Riek's side you saw there was the secret portal for the secret world, while towels are pushing back while water as well. It's kind of, well, Dixie Kong only possible. But Switch version has Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong can do anything. He's the best. And yeah. Well, Funky Kong. Okay. "5B. This is another world with global time." Oh, that was pretty cool. And what's on global time, you may ask? Well, these platforms that come in and out. And these spike crush things, I think. And that. And these spinning blades. Oh, he has 1 health left. Is he gonna keep up? No, he's gonna keep moving. Just 1 more hit and Riek is dead. Also for Magnus. Okay, Magnus does kill himself immediately. Riek, it might, okay, no, he's still going on with 1 heart. I'm scared. Oh no, actually he did. Okay, 1 heart. I was a bit scared there. And Magnus there at 1 heart. There's no real way you can get a heart in that world where Magnus is at the place that he is, and oh no, he barely makes that. Okay, back over to right side of world 6, no, 5, 6, sorry, mix up the numbers. Here you can gain oh no, actually Magnus died. That's unfortunate. Here is where you can gain insane amounts of speed, as we might see. And this is where this world has a sort of story background to it, because it shows the process of making these popsicles at the end. So it shows picking the fruit, sort of crushing them, the process of eating. Oh, that's where you can see some speed. So it's the process of crushing them, cutting them, sorting them, and yeah. And when the final boss comes, I will explain why he's mad. And that's gonna be pretty soon. So these guys are actually still pretty close. Anything could happen, and anything could really happen. Wall 5, Bashmaster is next. And why is he mad at Funky Kong? Or any of the Kongs? Because in the cutscene that we will not see, because we're speedrunners and we skip everything, we skip the cutscene of where Bashmaster is enjoying a nice popsicle, as we see for a bit, and that's gone. And where Funky Kong drops in, the Bashmaster drops his popsicle into the river of juices. And this is why he's mad, because Funky Kong ruined a nice popsicle. And I wouldn't blame him, because a lot of people would be mad if you ruin a good popsicle too. So no, go out and kill everyone. So yeah. Here you kind of have to, in this boss you kind of want to memorize its attack patterns. And if you see a common theme around these bosses is they all have 9 hits to be defeated. And yeah, because to keep it simple, I would think. There's no boss that has more than 1 hit point. Hit point, I mean, like 1 extra health. Riek is 1 hit away from Bashmaster, and Magnus has unfortunately died there. Oh wait, I was probably wrong, not 1 hit away. That was 1 hit away. And that was Bashmaster. As Magnus is entering World's 5 boss, Bashmaster, Riek has just entered World 6. And now 6-1. Homecoming hijinks. And if you see something about this level familiar with another Donkey Kong game, not talking about the Wii U one, you're right, because all these levels in World 6, or most of them, are similar to Donkey Kong Country Returns for the Wii. Oh. Well, that timing was off. So I was saying, all these levels, most of them are similar to oh, you got it again. Well, that's just unlucky. I'm trying to speak, but I'm key. But too many things are happening. Alright, similar to Donkey Kong Country not Tropical Freeze, Returns. And yeah, this is a cool little thing they added. Because it is the same island as Returns, so it does make sense. But some levels probably... I don't know if all the levels here are exactly the same from Returns. Not exactly the same, but similar in a way. Because it's all frozen and the land has changed a bit. Oh, he made it successfully down. And that was 6-1. 1 level down, 8 more to go. Because this world has 8 level... wait. Yeah, if I'm right, 8 levels. And boss will be 9. I meant to say all those levels will be in total. 9 levels in total. So here, you can't go in the water, but if you do, you get hit and pushed to the nearest platform that you can go push towards. And this is especially useful for, oh, there's an example there, especially useful in one section of this level. And I will explain it when Riekelt gets there. It's here. So you bounce off these owls. And if you haven't messed up, then it'd be pretty cool. But if you did, and you're somehow a bit closer to the right than to the left, you'll be pushed all the way to the right. And that's very generous. Oh, we can see Magnus being unlucky there against Bashmaster. Oh, he has 1 heart left. Oh, no. Oh. That's sad. He has to redo the boss. So right now at... Oh, what happened there? Okay. Alright. 6 free. Because the final world is all eyes. So this one has only 1 checkpoint in it. And yeah, that's really it to say. There's a lot of jumping. just about made that. And well, 6-3 done. Now, as we move on to World 6-4, I believe it's the last auto-scroller. I should know by now because I played. Because speedrunning, it kind of memorizes you into. Yes, it is the auto-scroller. Okay, good. This one is the last one, but also the hardest one, most people would say. Because you have to go through tight gaps and navigate. Oh, he's gonna collect things! Yes, he's back! Right, it's back. And this is just sort of a lot of things happening at once. Oh, Magnus just being a bit unlucky there and didn't break the watermelon in ice, but Sally just got pushed away. Don't let Bashmaster be your downfall. It kinda has been. I don't know how many hits Bashmaster away, but he's definitely, I would say, one hit away. And looking over at Riek, he's doing quite well, not taking any hits. Barely. Oh, Bashmaster's actually got one hit away? What? Okay. There we go, Bashmaster has now finally been defeated. And Riek is now at a snowball level. And the top right you can, top left you can see a minecart. And yes, this is basically a minecart rolling stage. But you're in this giant snowball. What else can there be better? It is quite short, that snowball section, but it's quite nice. So now, Magnus has just entered 6-1. And it's just begun. Dangerous climb through this wall. So, 6-5. I believe it. Oh no, Magnus just got unlucky. Okay, 6-5 is another level you can go insanely fast. I don't know if we could see it here, but we'll just have to wait and see. So here you can see these spring platforms that you could grab on, and when you hit against them, you get sort of a boost from them. And I don't think Riek will show us an example. Oh no, there we go. That's how it looks. Oh, okay. He had to do a bit of a hover there. And he's waiting. Oh. Lucky he didn't die when the barrel was pointing down. And Magnus did well 6-1 quite quickly, I don't think. Oh, right. Yep, grabbing that barrel. You always need a bunch of health. So, this level. Cliffside Slide. It's world 6-6. What I would think is one of the most beautiful level, and I would think most people would agree with me here. This level is just shaded out, and any parts that seem stick out, so like Funky Kong's headband thing is colored red and his tank top is white. The rest is just black. And it's beautiful. But a shame it's only in any percent category you only have to go for it once. And it's this one. Well, in the other categories you can run, you can play through all these levels. I only wish there was somehow you could play all of them. Because these are just simple but really beautiful. So here, Riekelt just walked off to the right and there was a barrel there. Because you have to, if you didn't know about it, you have to go climb and then go around and wait for the barrel. But actually the barrel was there the whole time, so you could have just walked right and the barrel was there. And that was, so you don't have to wait for the whole cycle until the barrel shows up and go through. It saves you a couple of seconds. Here, mine is not going the same strat as Riekelt, but he still makes that level quite cleanly. So, 6-7. This is more of a electronic sort of level. What I mean by that is, I don't really know. It's more, there you can see those power sources and the platforms lit up, and if you go on top of them, you take a hit. So, example from right there. So I think there was a story about this level that okay, Riekelt has not timed that correctly. So this level is it was mainly done with Dixie Kong, with her flutter. And someone said, because see if it was possible to do it with Cranky Kong, because it seems a bit chaotic for him. And then I think it was Michael Goldfish who said in a Skype chat, "Oh, look at the leaderboards," and showed their top position Michael Goldfish using Cranky. And it shows that it's possible. Hopefully you got that level and story right. Not exactly right though. Alright, now 6-8. The final level before the boss. And you might wonder, oh, it's gonna be probably a mix of everything or something like that. Or just a simple platformer. Well, not exactly. The creators of this game thought it would be a lot of fun to put in Rambi. And all the other levels with Rambi, you could have just easily not used Rambi. This one, it's mandatory to get through some sections here with Rambi. Because from the beginning you can see there's a wall block and there's no way to get through unless you use Rambi. Here you can see sort of a good sort of section that you don't need to use Rambi until you get here and there. So you might think, oh, it's not important, but Rambi is a big part of this. And there, he sadly missed time to jump with Rambi. But he hits the enemy, but doesn't bounce off that, so he doesn't get another jump from that. But he was not that far away from where he died. So that was quite good. So, well, Riek is at 6'8", Magnus is at 6'5", so they're not that far apart, if you think about it. You might think, oh, this is probably hard, but probably to catch up somehow. But there's always a way to catch up. Somehow. It's never impossible. Unless you're an hour behind. So, Riek jumps into the barrel with... Oh wow, Magnus did that area sort of quickly. So there we saw Riek jump into the barrel with Rambi. At one GDQ, during Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, there was... I think it was a race, or just a normal run, that someone has jumped in the barrel without Rambi, so he ditched him. And there was a load of fan art made about that. And we got, I hopefully described that right. And it was quite funny. Here, now, at the final boss, final level of the whole game, Frederick. Well, actually, not the whole game, just this simple first story mode. So, Frederick, he's kind of an interesting one. Not really. So, he goes in the back, he spits out enemies, and you have to kind of throw the enemies at him, but he kind of dodges, and then he takes a little bit of space, and that's your opportunity for him. And Riek hits him with all 3 goals. That's quite good. But if you miss one, he will go back to the background and do this all over again. So it's kind of, if you miss one, unlucky, you have to go through this entire section again. Round 2, he spits out ice dragons and hits the floor. So it's more slippery. Now he spits out all the enemies. I wonder how he keeps them. I actually don't want to wonder that. I want to know how Frederick works. So this sort of last boss timing is key. And oh, Riek barely misses him. So he's just one hit away, and if he gets just one hit out of the 3 runs he does, he's good. Oh, Frederick was trapped in the corner there. Alright, right, just needs one hit on him. But annoying thing is, he doesn't run again. After he gets all his hits in, he immediately does his other phase if you have enough hits on him. So you can't really do any more hits on him. And he does that thing with the lava pushing the platform and going back to the background. More ice dragons! And Magnus is at world 6-7. He's doing quite well. So if Riek does mess up, Magnus could have a big chance to catch up. But I don't know. But here we go. The third and final phase on Frederick. To your left by Riek, while Magnus is at world 6-7. Just the level behind, 2 levels behind Magnus. Alright, just one more hit from Riek and... Oh, not again. He barely misses him. Was too close. Alright, now he does this ice dragon bit, but the floor does not become ice. So Riek has another go at hitting. Oh, and he does! And winner with 1 minute 33 seconds. No, 1 hour 33 minutes and 52 seconds.
Hello, hello.
Hello, congrats.
Yo, thank you. That was something. It started out so bad.
It was
for my standards, that is.
Oh,
yeah, I do like how...
How's he gonna play this? Oh. Well.
You made it.
Nah, he died.
Oh. Oh yeah, I'm a little bit behind.
Yes, you're on Twitch and I have the special.
Special!
Special.
Let's see if I can find...
So, how'd you feel about that run?
It started out pretty awful. I was behind for like 40 seconds up until... where is it? 4B, and after that, well, I got gold a lot, and I even PB'd by 2 minutes.
Oh, wow.
So I can say that I'm not satisfied with it. But other than that,
So
sorry?
you PB'd by 2 minutes, right?
Yeah.
Alright, then you will be 7th place. 7th place on the leaderboard.
Yeah.
You moved up 1.
2, I might have... actually, can we just click on here?
Alright, so now Magnus is at the Ramby level, and then he will be at Frederick. The at World, what was it? This, free, World Free, World Free's auto-scroller, you haven't collected many things there.
The only thing... Oh yeah, no, that's true. I get bored, and I just wanted to use ace threads. I was actually doing something else, trying to turn on my fan. It's kind of hot in here, and I thought that was more important.
thought it was quite unusual from you.
Maybe next time.
Yeah, you'll be going through.
Heck yeah.
And you wouldn't know who
Here's
your
my-
opponent is. It would be Michael Goldfish or Jums. Because they both have to fight it out.
Oh yeah, I see. Wait. Loser of 13. Where's 13? Oh! Gems or Goldfish. Okay.
And I feel like this could be also a PB for Magnus here.
Yeah, definitely. He is playing good for his standards. His PB is... What time did he finish with?
1 hour, 56 minutes.
Yeah,
So
that is not his that is not his PB, from what I know. Like, this match with... Who did he race against? Jock. He got a 145, if I recall correctly.
Oh. Okay, because I'm just checking on the speedrun.com leaderboards.
But even then, this is a nice step up.
Here he is at Frederick. So hopefully he can hit all hits and make it through.
He's not going for the quick hits, which is, yeah, pretty hard to learn, though.
Gets 1. Gets 2. Well, here Frederick doesn't go the fastest, and the RNG they had on the Wii U has been changed for the Switch version, so there's no RNG, except they used for the final ones, the quickest ones, to say.
Yeah, I mean, it's still RNG whether he goes to jump or does little hop, in terms of when he goes to the background. So early hits are not set yet. However, in the last phase, wherever you, whenever he like rises off the platforms with the lava, there were 2 patterns for it, or at least 2, I'm not sure. However, the fastest one happens right now, and it has a fun name, Pissing Your Pants, because it goes so fast.
Just a flash. Oh, it hits him in the butt.
Ooh! All 3?
Oh, no.
Oh no.
Shame.
Yeah, it's
But no,
pretty going pretty similar for us.
Oh.
Don't die!
No, it showed sort of like an evolution. Hit him in the back, hit him in the butt. Barely hit him in the butt.
You really gotta get good at hitting Frederick.
Just one more hit, and then it was good. And there it goes. Easy peasy. So now it's at the final phase, hopefully. Oh. That was unlucky.
Stupid fluff, just hopping around. Ooh, good thing he waited.
I didn't even see that happen. Ever.
And normally you jump on the other one to
Oh, it misses one.
use him as a second weapon, but he didn't do it.
He missed all three. Oh no.
Aww.
He
So
barely got one.
I mean, they go super fast. It's not uncommon.
So, but he's not gonna jump in the background. He's gonna shoot ice dragons just from there. Oh no, that's actually quite fast.
Now he goes into the background again. Well, that's good.
Slowly making progress. Got one hit, I think. I got distracted. Yeah, it was one hit.
What is that pattern?
That's okay. So
Inverted ice dragons.
Changed. The ice dragon didn't start with wings down; it started with wings up. One more hit. One more. You can do it.
Yeah, if you mess that up even more and you go to the dragon for the third for the third time. They say that there's like one big ice dragon. I still have to see it though. Just want to do that casually.
There is one big dragon?
Mumu Akai told that to me. I have yet to see it.
It's a legendary. That's a legend that people told.
The legend's blue eyes white dragon. He's not getting hearts out of the fluffs. Kill the fluffs!
One heart left. You better move!
Don't!
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh no!
And he got to do all of it over again.
Oh well, he's doing it.
Heck yeah!
Not giving up. It shows it right here. I think this one is going to be a bit more careful. But how could you be probably a bit more careful about this?
Jump early. Try to move all the time.
I don't know why Frederick's going butt first to hit the floor. That would hurt. But hey. So he did get all hit first 3 hits. Now phase 2. At least there's only one rabbit here, but the next one will be 2 rabbits.
Each on the other side, luckily.
1, 2, 3. Only if Frederick went that fast in the 3rd phase.
quickly going to
Oh.
highlight my run.
Do it.
Okay.
Oh, missed one hit. Got one. But got heart out of that. And got another
Got
one.
the second. Or, yeah.
So okay, he needs just one more hit and that's it. Then that would be it.
Outside of that, he went pretty fast. For his fight, at least.
At certain levels, you could tell that he was going quite fast. And there, hit him in the butt. Tying. And that's done with him.
And DK Island got saved a second time today.
If you would. Here he is.
I do like how Funky Kong is not in this cutscene, even though he did all the work.
Yeah.
They were too lazy to actually put him in this movie.
Didn't even bother
You just
to
put him at
change
the
it.
end.
Yo, Magnus.
Hi. I did so badly.
Shame.
It sucked. It hurt when you died on the last.
It's
Yeah, on the
okay.
boss.
I died on the last hit of Polar Bear as well.
Oh, you did. Oh no, that's what made me rage quit yesterday.
I got weirdly dragged to the side and I couldn't get out on the ice on the left side when it was pushing me away. And after like the bomb had blown up, and so I kind of got carried, took a hit, and then I had 1 health and couldn't dodge the hammer in time. So I think from there I was like full on tilted, but I wasn't playing very well anyways. I was like super stiff. I don't really know why.
Well, there's sometimes that happens.
Yeah, it happens. It happens to the best of us.
But I think that looked like a PB for you, maybe?
Yeah, by
congrats.
2 minutes and 4 seconds. Thank you.
It's okay. I was just giving all of my good plays to you.
You only
And now-
started to do that pretty late.
And now I will make you win by giving you.
Yeah, I was hoping that I could get a sub 40 today and at least put somewhat of a fight, but I just kind of threw it away from the beginning. My World 2 was really bad, and like even I was playing better last night, even on World 1, so I was like, oh, this isn't good, and it just kind of... I had a few good levels, but not enough.
For the first 3 worlds, we were pretty. I don't want to say toe-to-toe, but there was never more than 1 level in between us.
I think
I believe
after about 1-4, you're about half a level ahead of me, and that only ever increased.
Yeah. I mean, I also lost a lot of time in the early game. In the third phase of Scowl, I actually missed, so that lost me like 50 seconds or so.
Yeah, I've been having trouble with Scowl recently. I don't know why. I just, for some reason, don't full jump, and just it misses Scowl by like pixels right below. It's pretty bad.
Yeah, there were some moments that were pretty close to say.
But I think the only level that I'm like, yeah, I think I did pretty well was World 4, which, you know, with Funky, you can only do so much.
Yeah, you did well at World 4.
I didn't really see much of your World 4, but you weren't that far behind at that point.
Nah.
Gugu, and you did all the other worlds quite quickly.
I think for me, where things started to go wrong was just I had a really weird death in 5-1 and again in 5-4. And 5-4 I think is kind of what killed it for me. And then I was like, all right, let's just make it up, get a clean pull there. I have time to make up in World 6. And then I died on the boss, and it was like pure tilt at that point.
Oh, speed gaming is actually empty for 2 hours. We could talk for another 2 hours if we'd like.
just sit here, not even do another run. No more races, just talk.
Now welcome to the Speed Gaming Podcast. No.
God,
speed gaming comfy.
All I know is that like I just I don't know what to do because I have to get on a plane and go to LA for a convention in California, in the States, next week on Monday. But like, I feel like I should take a break so that I can reset. But at the same time, like, I really want to just kind of get back at it and try to actually not play terribly.
Aren't you going on vacation next week?
Yep, on Monday. Monday morning, I take a flight from one side of the country to the other.
I wouldn't know how big that is. I've never been to the US before.
It's not so bad. It's about a 6-hour flight.
Oh, that's not... Well, not too bad, at least.
Yeah. At least it's not. I'm taking a flight from the U.S. to Japan later this summer, and I've also been to Europe once. Both were really long flights, so I'm not super looking forward to that, but it'll be interesting.
You could practice Donkey Kong Country on the plane.
Right? I'll just get so many TVs that no one can see other than me.
No.
Yeah.
Record, first goal.
That's an unfortunate.
Imagine that, beating DKS's and Goldfish's time, getting like 120 something, and no way to record it.
Just picture on Twitter. What could it have been?
Could have been. Alright,
Right.
well,
yeah, definitely. It was a fun race.
Yeah. I was having fun until I wanted to cry at World 5, but just, you know, I'm still like less than 10 runs, so like I still got plenty I need to learn, and I just wish I had more time to practice this week. Yesterday was like I got 1 run in yesterday, and that's all I've done since my last race against.
Yeah, this game is basically practice is key, and most games are like that.
Yeah, if I can recommend you something, time attacks are really good, although not for all levels. And watching the tutorial videos of Mumu Akai or Jock.
Yeah, I've seen.
Really helps.
I basically, when I learned the game, I went through everything. Like, I went through all the ILs for the most part, except for on the bosses, and just kind of watched what some of the like kind of really randy strats were, and then just kind of adapted it so that I would probably not die and get away with it. And so that's kind of how I put that together. And then all the levels that really kind of confused me, I kind of just watched Mumu's videos and kind of just looked it up and applied it to Funky Kong. It's just I still for some reason can't get used to the timing for Frederick's fastest speed. I don't know what it is. I just can't, it seems.
Yeah, it's really awful. What I do is like take as much distance as I can from him. Just like on the like the far end of the 5th platform, I guess. Not the final one, because that's where he stands still.
Yeah.
And also probably want to practice on Fugu.
Yeah. I need to learn Fugu like in a way that like is consistent. But I was planning on kind of putting that I'm planning on putting World 4 off until after my vacation in terms of like, hey, I'm gonna actually sit down, learn how to use the original Kongs, and try to like do that whole swap for any percent.
Oh, I know it. I also want to learn the Donkey Kong strats. However, I never actually want to practice World 4 just because it's underwater. That's not as hard. However, well, there's Fugu and there's one level C-stack attack, which is completely above water and pretty difficult.
Yeah.
But also, you can only take 3 hits before your Buddy Kong is gone, and that sucks because Funky Kong you can take 5 hits, while as your Buddy Kong only 3, and then that's really it. You can't use them again unless you find the barrel.
Yeah, for me that's only really an issue in 4 or 5. It doesn't for 4, 1, and 4A. I don't think that would bother me nearly as much.
4A is a bit confusing because you have to switch Diddy, then Dixie, then Cranky, and if you mess up one, that's it. Really, go restart.
Alright, I think it's about time we're gonna wrap it up.
Any last words?
Great race! I'm happy I PB'd by 2 minutes. That's it.
Alright, you guys have a good one, and thanks everybody for watching.
Oh yeah, and thanks for watching, indeed. And you go have a nice vacation.
Will do.
I'm finished.
Alright.